Hey yo! Hello everybody, welcome to Salamander Racing. I am Salamander. Most people just call me Sal. How's everybody doing today? Papa, I see you. Thanks for stopping in right away. I'm gonna run one of the legs. I plan on doing one of the power pack, the shorter one, the 6-hour endurance race. I've been wanting to get this underway and start knocking these out. So I figure I put in the poll whether we run 3 different 2-hour segments to finish it off, or whether we do 2 3-hour segments. Like so far, it's the 2-hour segment that's winning. Thanks, Papa. I appreciate that. Oh, let's see. What's been going on? I've been on here for a while. It seems like my streaming stuff has been so sporadic lately. But last weekend, I was at Road America with my buddy T-Case for the whole weekend. Oh my God, was that fun. The IMSA race out there. We had 4 days of practices, races. It was a blast. It was an absolute blast. We did get rain on Saturday, so most of the day Saturday we were in ponchos and trying to stay dry. My oldest son came with. This is the 3rd year I've been to that race, and I figured one of these years we were going to get rain. It didn't rain the whole weekend. Papa! Sponsor the channel? Thank you, Papa. I appreciate that. You've been around a long time, so I appreciate you doing the needful there. For those of you out there, that are new, please remember to like and subscribe while you're here. But no, I was assuming that one of these years was going to be a rainy year, and all we had was like 1 day, so that wasn't so bad. There's probably going to be a year where like the whole weekend it's going to rain, because I plan on going back every year, but we'll see how that ends up. I didn't post as much content while I was there as I was planning on. I was just kind of enjoying the fact that I was there. T-Case was posting all sorts of stuff, and just kind of hanging out with my son. So sorry I didn't get a lot out there, just a couple of quick little like, hey, day 1, day 2, day 3, but I'll try to do better on that in the future. But either way, that's what I was up to last weekend. Other than that, it's just been, God, things have just been busy around here. So, getting back to things. Yeah, Papa, exactly. You're so busy having fun, you forget about it's like, oh, I want to like post some stuff, or you like want to go off to the side and you don't want to look like that idiot that's like, hey, listen to me talk to nobody. I kind of feel dumb, do I? I'd like to like get off to the side where people aren't looking at me funny, but whatever. Anyway, I have to remember, let's see, I think I already have the in-game muted. Don't I? You guys can't hear the game, right? No, you can hear the game. Let me turn that off, because to go into the power pack, you can't turn off the music in there. And if you're in there, the menu music is copyrighted, and you get copyright stuff that shows up, and you have to like take the song out. You shouldn't now. I just turned it off. But once we are in the menu here, we're going to do this one. 15-minute qualify. I'm not even going to qualify. I'm just going to, hey, Johnny. I'm going to do the run from the back. It's a 6-hour race. So, let's see. I need the music in the game to stop, and then I'll turn the game sounds back on. There we go. I think we're good. Oh, this will be a long game. Let's see. We still have, what do we got? 2 people for 3 races, 1 person for 2 races. Practice. I'm not going to qualify. Oh, it's 30% chance of rain too. skip the qualifier. I'm in what's supposed to be the easiest car, the meta car. Yes, thank you, Papa, for becoming a member. I really appreciate that. I do have memberships available for those people that come around often, want some exclusive content, want to be more involved in like my Joker series stuff. Consider becoming a member. But if you don't want to do that, just a like and subscribe would go a long way. I would appreciate that as well. While we're waiting for this, I'll call out 2 other housekeeping items. I've got my a couple of affiliate sponsorships. You all know 40 Racewear. 40 Racewear has been sponsoring me in my Joker series for a while. You can find them at 40racewear.com. They make gloves, shoes, jerseys. Oh, I'm not wearing my jersey. Stuff like that. Go check them out. If you buy something, if you use code Salamander10X at checkout, you get 10% off. Also sponsored by Dubby Energy Drinks. Good stuff. If you go to dubby.gg, that's where you can order their products from. If you use code SalamanderMN at checkout, you get 10% off. So, there's some quick sponsorship stuff out of the way. Yeah, we're just going to get right into this. Let's see, it's 5 o'clock, so if I do a 2-hour race, which is what seems to be winning, I'll be done by 7. We'll see how this goes. Hope everybody's been good. Yeah, I've done the, like, I'll just, like, run a quick thing on my controller. I haven't been in the rig for a while now. Let's see, is it gonna rain to start with? Rising to 50% around sunset. Starting on medium tires. On racing mediums. Got the fuel map to 2 or 3. I should be able to just fuel save. Just do that instead. Well, she says I could start on medium, so that's what we're gonna do. All right. Well, get this thing underway. Here we go, 2 hours in the seat. Yeah, McNaughty just announced NRL's coming up. Gotta finish the VIP League. We do all of our broadcasting for the VIP League over at our Upshift Media Studios channel. Go check that out. Go like and subscribe over there as well. Got lots of cool content, you know, broadcasting leagues and stuff. That's exciting racing. You know, definitely go check that out. I'll come back here for my normal stuff. That's right, I got to resize the track thing on my vertical stream. All right, we need to take this easy. This is going to be a 6-hour endurance event. No need to get crazy. I'm going to try to treat this like as much of a real race as I can. Just slowly work my way through the field. Kind of doing this as just sort of a chill event, too. Like an whoa. Go run into someone right away, interact with you guys in chat. There we go, a little around the outside action. Around this Diablo. Alright, that's 2 down. this should be a relatively easy race, so this is more just to kind of check the box, say that I've completed the event. I want to get it to where I've got the power pack completed 100%. I've got all 4 of the endurance races left to go. What I understand, once you get past lap 7, you can pause the game and turn it off, and then it will allow you to resume. I hope I don't run 2 hours and screw that up. You know what I mean? One driver out here on the soft tires. Whoa. Let's not do that. Hey Aaron, thanks for stopping in. I'm just driving for myself, just doing the single player endurance race in the power pack. Gran Turismo right now. I've been wanting to just kind of do the whole 100% completion, so it's more getting that knocked out and just interact with chat. I haven't been around in here for a while, so wanted to make an appearance and kind of chit chat with folks. But technically, I guess you could say I do belong to PHG, the Papa's House of Game community, but this is just a single player race. That's what you're asking. These are all AI. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Cars are all bunched up together. It's gonna be hard to get around. I also post videos. I've got a lot of videos over there on my channel. A lot of them are based off of live streams. In fact, most of them are based off of either live streams I've done or broadcasts that I've done for leagues that we do broadcasting commentary for, which, I mean, is a stream, I guess, technically. I want to get back into doing, like, more video edits, you know, putting together sort of a, you know, like, hey, here's how this, like, series of races went, and kind of make it a highlight reel, but those take time. I don't have time for that kind of stuff right now, but I do want to get back to that eventually. You know, the kind of stuff that like Rory does, where he'll put those like, hey, I did daily racing all day, and kind of want to put together just sort of a how things went, or even if it's just a specific race that went well, and kind of commentate it. I did that back when I first started streaming. I did more video editing. I had a little bit more time, but I also, that's just what I enjoy doing. Oh, that was too close. As much as it takes a lot of time, I really enjoy doing it. And right now I'm just trying to grow the channel, which involves more live streaming, more shorts content, get more people that way. Once I get over that 1,000 subs, I plan to do more of kind of like what I want. Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate that. Like I said, trying to get to 1,000. Once I get to 1,000, I think I'm gonna spend more time on like editing and broadcasting. I'll still do live streams, but I don't know that that's going to be my focus. Oh, bumped him. Well, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to just kind of slowly work my way through the field a bit more methodically. At some point I'm going to need to get past these guys so I can run down first place. But I'll get there. I still have 5 hours and 53 minutes left to go. Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate it. Hope to see you back. All right, got myself up to P11. Go for that. Seconds out of first. Continuing to lose time, but I think it's because I'm just having to work my way through traffic, and like I said, I'm trying to be as methodical with it as I can. Treat this like an actual endurance race. Don't be making dumb moves early on, getting damage, knocking people off. Plenty of time to get in front. Plus, I should be able to manage my tires a little better. And my fuel. Sarah did mention that I may have to change the fuel map, but honestly, if I could just do some short shifting, I may not need to do that. Whoa. That was going to get tricky. I was gaining on first place there. In fact, I still have the fastest lap going, even with that mistake. Whoa. Just spun up the rear tires. 2:37. Rear end wanted to step out again. Overdrove that. Drove way too late. I'm certainly not putting any, like, blazing laps down here. Just working my way up. Caught the leader by 5 seconds over the last couple of laps. A lot easier to turn in fast lap times when you got the clean air. Mr. Dan. Can't find a better Dan. How you doing, sir? It is nice to see you again, as usual. Mr. Racing, hello. In the power pack? Yeah, this is the first enduro I've tried, is the little 6-hour here at Bazooka, so I haven't looked at the vote to see if people are still want me to do this in 3 2-hour segments or 2 3-hour segments. You guys update me on where the voting's at there. To 50. Yeah, it's coming up. It's gonna be like right after a VIP. Hey, Cole. I believe PHG World Series isn't going to start up again until January of 2027. We've got VIP League to finish off. And then NRL's going to run. That's going to go through mid-November. And then it looks like there's going to be about 2 months. People are going to have to catch their breath before we do the next PHG World Series. I haven't heard exact dates. Dive up the inside. And Coque Lopez. Holy, that McLaren has some legs, though. Whoa. All right, slipstream, give me some speed. Should be able to fly by him in the corners. And the thing's got all sorts of straight line speed. Just doesn't corner for anything. I didn't really need to force my way through there, but I didn't want to stay bogged behind him for too long. That was going to get annoying. All right, only 11 seconds for first. Keep overdriving that hairpin. Weather might be getting here fairly soon. May need to stop trying to save fuel and save tires because I may have to pit before I'm out of either of those anyway. Let's do a couple laps and really push, see if we can get under that 2-minute mark. Not quite here yet. Getting here though. All right, now I'm pushing it too hard. Going all nice and relaxed there, and trying to push for a faster time and losing the rear. like I may get another lap before the rain really gets here. It might just be a sprinkle to start with anyway. Spoon. I've never been able to really master spoon. I try to get myself a good exit. So there, I was just trying to push for faster laps, and now I'm 5 seconds down. Again. Still half a tank of fuel and half my tires, so. Slid there. No moisture on the track. Overzealous gas pedal. Still no moisture on the track. Not under 2 minutes yet. Still trying to get a little too overzealous with the gas pedal. I caught the 3 liters. See if we can pick our passes here. AI doesn't do very well going into spoon, so we'll see if we can. Oh, a little tap there. Want to do that. Wanted that to be a cleaner pass. Oh, I'm seeing windshield wipers. There's no moisture on the track yet. We'll just keep going around. Big dive by the McLaren. Jeez. That turn, I'm afraid to turn in too much because you lose the rear end, and if you don't turn enough, you just slide off. Like a couple of these turns here at Suzuka that are just weird like that. Like Spoon is one where there doesn't seem to be a middle ground. Either you're way slow and cutting it too close, or you're way fast and you're sliding it out. And that after that final chicane, it's the same thing. Either you take it what feels like super slow and you get a bad exit for the long straight, or you try giving it the beans and the rear end comes out. Or you just give less steering input and then you go off like I did. Whoa. All right, I don't want to do the typical just like, oh, I could just push to pass these guys easy. I've got 5.5 hours to get around them, so I honestly should be able to do it in the next like 15 minutes if I want to do this like really the right way, which I do. Let's see if we get some slip. McLaren is so fast in a straight line. He's going to slow down for the 130R here. Yep. Hard to lose the rear end. Let's see if the slipstream, if I can stay ahead of the McLaren. All right, battle with first. Get around him clean. Light tap. Captain. spun up the rear tires, but I got it straight, so it didn't try to slide on me. Go defensive? No. There we go. Alright, this is like super light rain. It's not accumulating on the track at all. I need to try to make these tires and this fuel last a little longer. This is all super light rain. When I do pit, I may be able to just put mediums back on. It's not really going to rain. That. Ooh, there was some moisture there. Off the track. On the curbs, there's some moisture. Not on that curb. Or that curb, but man, back by the bridge, there was some moisture on the track. Not a lot, but a little. Alright, we're going to get settled back into just kind of a regular rhythm here and stop pushing so hard. See if maybe I can get some regular 202s, 203s. I mean, if I do that, I'm going to be able to retain the lead here pretty easily. I don't need to be doing 2 minutes. I've got 2.6 laps of fuel left. Tires are definitely starting to give out. Was there anybody else out there that made it to Road America that maybe I didn't realize was there last weekend for the IMSA race? Got to hang out with T-Case the whole time. Q made his way there, so I got to meet Q in person. That was fun. Nice guy. D-Rock was gonna make it out, but ended up not. I think because of the rain. These tires are starting to give me fits, so we're just going to come in, get the tires changed. There's really no moisture on the ground, so I'm just going to stick with mediums. Windshield wipers are still on, but no real moisture on the track. So just made it 18 laps. Let's see if we can do another 18 without needing to pit again. I suppose I could have put on softs just to see if I could get a faster lap. That way, if the rain came, I wouldn't have burned quite so much. Retain the lead even after the pit stop, so that's where we're at. But now, I've got clean track ahead of me. I should be able to get more consistent laps that aren't 204s and 205s when I'm trying to pass people. Second corner of Spoon needs to be late apex, but I have such a hard time with it. I don't know if this rain's ever gonna amount to anything. I may be able to just run the race, just put in some laps, save tires, save fuel. Just really kind of take it easy, get into a rhythm, not go for the fastest lap all the time. I mean, I do want to get a sub 2-minute lap at some point here, but I got over 5 hours. Now with the crushed tires, I may be able to get a sub 2-minute lap without even trying. We'll see. Still trying to kill me. Not a perfect lap, and I was not pushing it really hard. Begun to rain. It's been sprinkling for a while there, Sarah. Unless what she's trying to tell me is that it's raining harder. I don't know why underneath that bridge it's wetter than everywhere else. It seems so odd. Every time I go under that bridge, the moisture meter spikes. They actually simulate, like, the drainage coming off the bridge or something. That under the bridge is going to be more moist for that reason. Otherwise, it's perfectly dry here. Six. Right up here. Gonna get really wet right there. Catching a whole bunch of lap traffic. At least that was smoother through Spoon. Just lost a whole second trying to get around this guy. Caught him at the wrong time. Purple, and now I'm catching 4 cars. Although I don't know why I'm so concerned with the fastest lap. That should really not be my focus right now. Just get past these guys. Continuing to have a clean race. A lot of what endurance racing is about is just surviving, putting a clean race together. I don't think you actually take damage in the power pack, but I don't want to abuse that. Look at a 202 even with lap traffic. Oh, this guy's in 20th. He's super slow. Pass him for the third time. I'm getting better at the hairpin. Go 21-second lead. Like having to do the like dive bomb pass there. Miyazono must be dealing with traffic too, but I'm still pulling away. Hasn't really changed at all. Whoa. Watch where I'm going. Tried to see if I could just lay off the gas early and coast through there and save a bunch of fuel, but apparently you don't slow down enough. You do need to use the brake. Figured if you don't use the brake, you're saving fuel. Either I have to let off the throttle a lot earlier, or still use a little brake. It's not much. Oh, Drumont's on softs. Like, why is Drumont in again? I still have well over half a tank of fuel. Somehow I'm purple. fully on the throttle there. Lap. Clearly, I'm pushing on this lap. I need to get that 159, and I can just say I've got it, and I'm done with it. One. All right, let's slow her down. I don't need to keep doing that. Hey, Chiefy30. Welcome. There's a flow to Suzuka here. If you get into the rhythm, it's a fun track. If you're out of the rhythm, it is aggravating as heck. For me, Spoon is so... I just can't seem to master Spoon, although I'm getting it. And this hairpin was giving me fits, but I think I figured out that I was just trying to go into it too hard. Now that I've slowed it down, get through here a lot smoother. As I say, smoother. Until I try to maximize the exit too much. I still got the G923. I do have the Logitech RL pedals, but I haven't upgraded to a direct drive wheel yet. I'd like to someday. Yeah, I still got my low budget wheel that I started my sim racing career with. Yeah, this is the shortest one in the power pack. It's the 6 hour. I've got a poll up actually on my horizontal stream as to whether I should do this as 2 3-hour streams or 3 2-hour segments. But I haven't checked to see how that poll is going lately. I am about 1 hour in. That's kind of what I was planning on, but I put the vote out there just in case people wanted to see me in here for 3 hours and just get it done in 2 streams instead of 3. Yeah. Well, I'm used to doing an hour and a half and 2-hour endurance races in IRO, in the G-Tech and GTSC series. So doing these longer races is not foreign to me. They're difficult though. You get to the end of like a 2-hour segment and mentally you're kind of exhausted. In addition to like my shoulders, my elbows will be hurting. But it's more mentally draining than anything else. Oh yeah. I've kind of stayed away from the dailies for a while, although I've started trying to get back into them. But otherwise, I do league racing, like the G-Tech series. I've done NRL in the past. I don't think I'm going to do the NRL season 8, is that what we're on? That's going to be starting up in just a month or so. I used to do Nations Cup Manufacturer Series in the GTWS, but I kind of stopped doing that too. Playing against random people just isn't fun. There's just too many jerks out there. You know? There's just too many people that just want to watch the world burn, and that's just not fun. That's why I like doing the league racing. Doing league racing, you're around more like-minded people. You can deal with people like that. Somebody comes in and just wants to wreck everybody, we kick them out. I mean, it's our league. We don't deal with that stuff. So much more fun. Oh, I think I overdrove that. Pop back up to these 2 Diablos again. They slow down so much for this first corner that they are easy passes. It looks like a dive bomb, but they're just slowing down so early. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I wish they'd do something better with the penalty system. That either they could manage the penalty system better, which they should be able to do, but also if they just, I think I heard this suggested on the DGDR, the Dumb Guys Do Racing podcast. Someone had suggested the best way to do it is to make it so it's easier to gain DR and easier to lose SR. Right now, like trying to gain DR is so difficult that you may have to go and win like 3, 4, 5 races in a row to try to get any kind of a noticeable advancement, which means everybody's fighting for their absolute life to try to gain DR. You made it so that DR you can gain a little easier, or maybe you don't even need to change DR, but at least if you make it so you can't lose it so fast, but make it so you lose SR faster. That would, you would think, would clean it up, and then base the lobbies more on SR than on DR. Like, don't put people with an SR rating in lobbies with BSR drivers, like at all. Like that should be just a full stop. Don't do that. I mean, if you have to, you know, mix the DR. You know, I don't have any problem, you know, as a B or A rank driver racing against A plus drivers. Like that's fun. I mean, they're faster than me, but at least they're, you know, if they're clean, that's more fun. I would rather do that than be around guys that are A ranked like me, that are the same speed as me, but are dirty. Then they're going to be running into me all the time. Like, I'd rather have a clean B-rated driver and a clean A-plus rated driver and race against them. So much more fun of an experience with clean racing. You know, that's the thing with iRacing is that I believe, I mean, I've never played iRacing. From what I understand is you can lose your, whatever it's called, sportsmanship rating, the SR over there so much easier, and that everything relies on your SR and being able to drive clean. If you can't drive clean, you don't advance. But I know this isn't, that the whole online racing is sort of it's there, but it's not the main focus of the developers. We know it's not. We know that the majority of GT7 players play single player mode and don't run sport mode at all. And it makes sense from a business standpoint that those are the players that they focus on. That's why we get so many SUVs and road cars and, you know, that kind of content instead of race cars. And I get it. I don't really fault them for it. I like running the road cars, actually. When I run my Joker series, everything, it's all road cars. I haven't used the group car yet when running my Joker series. And I plan to keep it that way. Well, I mean, real life would be even better, but at 50 years old, I don't know that getting behind the steering wheel of a real race car at my age for the first time is going to be in the cards. Unfortunately, I think I missed my time when it came to real life racing. I was, back in my 20s and 30s, I was more into first-person shooters than racing games. I got more into the racing games as I got older and kind of past my prime to give that a try. I mean, I know how the saying goes that you're never too old. It'd be fun to try, but I don't know. I've got, you know, the sim racing stuff is fun. The community that I've gotten involved with PHG, Papa's House of Game, like, I mean, the people are so much fun. It's such a fun community, and now that we've started doing so much league race broadcasting, you know, where we actually run the broadcast and do the commentary, that's so much fun. See, I've never gotten into Call of Duty. I was into Half-Life and Team Fortress Classic and Team Fortress 2, played so many hours on those. And then more recently, I had gotten into PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I did that for a few years, but I've gotten out of that. Haven't touched that in years now. But that was really the last first-person shooter I was into. I really like the whole Battle Royale aspect of PUBG. I rarely won. I think in my entire, like, for all the years I played it, I probably won, you know, legitimately finished in first place maybe 7 times, 7, 8, 9 times, something like that at most. At least in single player, you know, where I'm by myself. Now with squads, we got a whole bunch of wins, but that's because I played with people that were much better than me. I had friends that I played with that were way better at the game. We got a number of wins, but we would get wins where I would get 0 or 1 kill, and that's it. So I didn't really contribute other than stay alive and revive people. But solo, I got a few, but not very many. I mean, I used to watch Stone Mountain play, and he would get wins all the time. Would watch Dr. Disrespect play. He would get wins all the time. And then, oh, what's his name? The guy who was in Cloud9 for a while, and then ended up quitting Cloud9 to become a streamer. He used to get wins all the time, too. I can't remember his name. It's been so long since I've watched. I know a lot of people consider GoldenEye their favorite first-person shooter. I've never played it, but I never had an N64 either. So that would be why. I mean, my PC I have now would actually handle PUBG again, but I mean, this is the PC I use is for doing all my streaming, video editing, and all that stuff. So it's not like it's set up for FPS activity. That, and to be honest, I don't have time to get good at it. That's the other thing about first-person shooters, is you have to spend the time to get good at them. Otherwise, they're just like a waste of time. There's so many people that are so good at it that if you're just kind of playing it super casually, it's almost it's not even any fun because it's so, you just get absolutely owned. Oh, touch the grass. Trying to get around this the glaring. And again, trying to do it clean. I'm trying to run this whole race nice and clean, not push to pass, not take advantage of all the, the stuff I could take advantage of to get past this done. Well, then stuff like that happens. Trying to get the cut back, get the good exit. Too much power along with too much steering input is a bad combination. Now I got a lot of time to make up. This whole stint I've been running a bit harder. I've eaten up the tires quicker. Took a super defensive line going into those. let's see, probably like one more lap is what we'll do. 1.9. I could stretch it out to 2, but the way these tires are, I'll just do one more lap and then bring her in. Most of the field a lap down now. Looking at the standing. Watch what I'm doing. Awful lot of slippy slidey happening. We have any more subs? No more. Hey, if you guys are out there watching, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate that. Goes a long way. Remember to like and subscribe. At least the first half of the lap at Suzuka forces you to get some heat into your tires right off the bat. Tires don't remain cold for very long. Oh, I forgot to look at how my poll is going. Let me look at that. I'm going to pause it to look at that. 7 votes. Do it as 3 races. Okay, so that's what we're gonna stick with that. Kind of what I wanted to do anyway. We'll do it as 3 different races. Okay. 3 different 2-hour races. So I got 42 minutes left to go in this session. And then we'll save it. Save it, do the whole pause and exit, and then that way I can resume it later. I've never done that before, so I hope I do it right. I don't just waste all my time here. Okay, let's see. I still have a 1-minute lead. I just noticed in the upper left there's a 1318. What is that? Is that the local time? Is that supposed to be the local time at Suzuka? That's the time of day? I've never seen that before. Is that only in these endurance races? Or has that been there this whole time and I've just never noticed it? Or is that just a power pack thing? This is the first power pack endurance event I've done. Let's see if we can be the tire whisperer. Let's see if we can really make these tires last long. Not go for fast laps, let's try to be smooth. Not putting in extra steering input. Try to not hear those tires squeal. Still ran a 202. Fight these two skylines again. Little door touch there. So we're going to put Igor 5th place a lap down. I believe that's P20 in front of him, that Diablo, or slow Diablo. Oh, it's 19. He's now going to slow me down. Did a 202, even when having to pass people. That Diablo slowed me down quite a bit. Still got a 202. Funny, we still got this light sprinkle going on, but there's been no accumulation on the track at all. To pass to. Never mind. A lot easier that time around. Trying my best to not make the tires squeal. My last lap was a 2:08. But here I am trying to go slow and save tires. Hey Crasher, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. How's your evening going? I am well. Trying to knock out this first of the Power Pack endurance races. I haven't done these before. Although, according to the poll I had up earlier, we're going to do this in 3 2-hour segments. So, first 2 hours today, probably do the second 2 hours tomorrow. And then I'm not sure when I'm going to get the third 2-hour segment in. All the VIP League stuff, that's going to keep me busy later Thursday night and then Saturday night too. Thanks. I appreciate that. You know, we're trying our best to put on a good show over there. And I think it's going well. I mean, a lot of people have said they're really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. So, I mean, it seems to be a win-win for everybody. So we're going to keep doing it. I mean, we're only, what, 2 rounds in? We got 5 rounds and a finals to go. So a lot of content yet to be created over there. A lot of racing to be had. It's going to be fun. But what Crasher's talking about is what you'll want to do is go over to a different YouTube channel, Upshift Media Studios. That's a production company me and some friends of ours have made. There's 6 of us that make up Upshift Media Studios. And our first client is the VIP GT World Championship being put on by the Victory and Performance Crew, VIP. We are providing broadcast and commentary coverage of their league race, and it's been an absolute blast. So head over to Upshift Media Studios and subscribe to that channel for sure. Go subscribe there so you can be notified when we go live for those. Typically they are Thursdays and Saturdays at night, in the late evening. Things kind of kick off at like 8 p.m. Central Time, that's my time zone, and we get wrapped up around like 11 p.m. Central or midnight Eastern Time. So there's some late races, but you can always rewatch the broadcast later if you're into that kind of thing. If you want to watch it live, that's what you want to do, is go over to that channel, subscribe. And since we're talking about subscribing, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel here. Working my way up to 1,000 subs. We're up to 816. So less than 200 to go. And then we'll keep growing from there. I do my own Joker Series races. I do those once a month. You can always stop by here for that. We read it like when we're on break, but while we're commentating, we typically don't pay attention to chat because there's too much else going on. Or at least the lead commentator doesn't, because they're busy doing the play-by-play. So they're watching the race intently to do the play-by-play commentary. If we have a second, or better yet, if we have a third commentator, then they can spend more time watching the other stuff, tire wear, fuel consumption, and paying attention to the YouTube chat. Kind of see what else is being said there, but it's hard to concentrate on the broadcast and the YouTube chat at the same time. Now, the person running the broadcast may spend some extra time paying attention to the YouTube chat, just because they're changing camera angles, but they're not trying to come up with all the words to say, you know, to do the play-by-play commentary. It's easier to switch between cameras, and sometimes you stay on a driver for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, and when you do that, then you could look over and read the chat, at least briefly. But I'll be honest, we don't pay super close attention to it. Yeah, so you get it. I mean, yeah, for those of you that are like real life race fans, you know, who like watching a real life race and listening to the commentary, you know, come check out what we do over there at Upshift Media Studios. It's the same thing, it's just in sim racing. It actually, honestly, makes watching the races so much more fun, because you get to kind of listen to how other people are reacting to it. And as a driver, I mean, first time I experienced it was when I was driving in NRL, and every time when the race was over, I would go back either that same night or the next day and watch the entire broadcast to see what the commentators said about me, if they noticed, you know, that move I put on, or, you know, if they were paying attention to what strategy I was employing. And it's kind of cool to hear your name and listen to them talk about you while you're racing. You feel a little bit more like a celebrity. But even for just the casual fans to hear it, you know, I mean, could you imagine tuning into a NASCAR race or an F1 race or an IMSA race, and there not being anybody else talking about, just dead air and watching cars go around? I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it's so much more fun when you can listen to all the insights that the commentators have into what's going on. And they may, you know, generally they have a lot of experience in racing, so like they can explain why a pass was especially difficult, or what kind of strategies, you know, the drivers may be trying to employ. Rican Wreckage, thanks for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you. Everybody, big thumbs up. Round of applause for Rican Wreckage. Hope to see you back in the future. That's what subscribing is all about. We get you to come on back. Watch as we do this more. Yeah, I've mentioned a couple of times on the stream already, having gone to the IMSA race this last weekend with T-Case and my oldest son. We hung out there for the weekend, which was so much fun. And our other buddy Q showed up for just a couple hours on Saturday, and he had commented on something that me and T-Case were saying all weekend long, was that we would be watching something unfold and we would like comment on it, almost like we were commentating, and then you'd hear the over the broadcast commentators say, you know, almost identical, sometimes like word for word the exact same thing we just said, only they said it a few seconds later. So it's just, and then Q mentioned the same thing. He's like, it's funny listening to you guys commentate and then hear the real commentators here say the same thing. It's like, oh, I feel like I'm actually doing something right now. You know, I've got the right formula. I'm not just some guy talking about stupid stuff, or not have any idea what I'm talking about, or how to commentate appropriately. Like, oh, actually mimicking the professionals. So, but no, I was mentioning my Joker series. For those, any of you who aren't familiar with that, I've started a series. Almost been a year now that we've been doing it. Once a month, I hold a set of 3 races, and in the Joker series, there's extra rules. There's additional rules beyond what GT7 enforces. I've found a little over a dozen tracks that have the ability to run a Joker lap. If you're familiar with Rallycross, you know what a Joker lap is. But for those that aren't, a Joker lap is essentially, there's like one lap out of the race where you have to take a little bit of extra track. Like there's an extra section you have to complete once a race, or maybe more than once a race, depending on how we set it up. Which just kind of throws some extra strategy into the mix. You know, you've got pit stops and fuel saving and tire wear and all this, but the Joker lap kind of throws another, it's like an on-track little addition, another little strategy thing to have to employ as to when to take it. You try to take it at a time that it's beneficial for you and maybe not so beneficial for, you know, the other drivers out on track. You know, where they're either having to avoid you, or, you know, you take it at a time where there's nobody around so that you can take the Joker lap with a more preferred line, whereas the other drivers who are taking it in traffic have to like get off the racing line and, you know, really slow down to complete the Joker lap, which can slow down their overall race pace. So, and there's other stuff. We make the drivers use turn signals to indicate when they're taking their Joker lap and stuff like that. You know, I just mentioned like there's these protected zones, so that if you're taking the Joker, you know, who has the preferred line and when. Stuff like that. So it's a really fun series. We've had a really good time putting it together. The drivers seem to like it, so you just go to like my channel, you'll find an entire playlist on just like my Joker series live streams, or just the individual races if you don't care about all the other, you know, broadcast stuff, you know, the pre-race show and the other commentary. If you just want to watch the races, I have those uploaded too. You know, cut down. But yeah, it's been a bit of a hit, so go and check those out. That's something that I do that's unique. I don't know of anybody else like running Joker laps. I've seen some people in like just open lobbies with their friends do something similar, kind of fun, but we do it in a more, I don't want to say serious, but there's legit rules around it. We've had a couple of races where we've been able to give away prizes. I got sponsored by 4D Racewear, so big shout out to 4D Racewear. You can find them at 4dracewear.com. They provided me with a set of sim racing shoes I'm wearing, along with my racing gloves here. And then I've got a couple of their jerseys, which their jerseys are really nice. The ones I've got are custom made, so they say like Joker Series on it, and Salamander Racing and stuff like that. But even just their non-custom jerseys, they're super comfortable. But if you go to 4dracewear.com and check out their stuff, and you end up making a purchase, use code Salamander10X at checkout to get 10% off your order. And we do have like an affiliation partnership with them to give some of you guys a discount. Well, not some of you guys, all of you guys out there a discount to go buy some of their gear. I recommend it. And not just because they've sponsored me, but because I actually like the stuff. It was funny when I was approached to be sponsored by them. It was funny. I had already bookmarked their site and was already looking at their product and was planning on buying some stuff. And then I got the sponsorship deal, so I got some of the stuff for free. We've been able to give away trophies and some custom jerseys and stuff like that as part of the Joker Series, which has been really fun to do. You know, kind of reward these awesome drivers who are so good at what they do, putting on a show for everybody else. It's been fun to do. So yeah, go check that stuff out. The next one we have coming up is on Saturday the 15th in the middle of the day. Hopefully, so we can get some people overseas to come join. We did have a couple of French drivers join us for one of the events, but it was I mean, it was an evening event here, so it was like bright and early in the morning, like 4 a.m. for them guys. But they did really well. I think they finished second and third in that race. So if you're a driver who wants to try something a little different, go check out the link I have in the description of this video, and pretty much all my videos. You can find a link to the Joker Series website to get more information if you want to drive. Otherwise, there's also a schedule there if you just want to come watch it. You can get the live stream link and come check it out. It's a good time. This next one we're doing, we're going to be at Goodwood. So for those that have raced in the game at Goodwood, at the very end, the chicane at the end, there's the chicane is there because they barrier off a section. Well, you can slalom through those barriers, and that's the Joker lap. So I picked two cars that are basically identicals, the Subaru BRZ and the Toyota 86, or the GR86. I think they're both 2015. They're the same car. So those are the two cars that the drivers can choose from. And yeah, so that'll be in 2 Saturdays. We'll be running that one. Definitely come out and watch that. That'll be fun. Goodwood is such an underutilized track, and there's so much of a flow to it. I mean, it's super flat. But with these cars we're going to be running, they're going to be on sports tires, so there's a lot of, slipping, sliding around that's going to happen, and it's really all about maintaining your momentum there. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to see what kind of show the drivers put on. All right, we got 16 minutes left to go until I get to what I was going to have be my cutoff point. Although, to be honest, I'm probably going to end up having to pit before I hit that 2-hour mark, which if that's what well, actually that's right. It doesn't matter when you pit. They say to stop it so that it saves just after you cross the start-finish line, not necessarily around a pit stop. It'd be nice to get everybody put a lap down. From what I understand, you basically kind of restart the race. It's like a yellow flag comes out. So cars that are still on the lead lap end up back with you, I think, is how that works. Like I said, I've never done it, so... But right now, let me see, there's one other car. Looks like there's a few more coming to the line. So there's only a few cars left on the lead lap. I mean, I'm a minute 30 ahead of second place. And it's a 2-minute lap. So Miyazono is definitely on the lead lap. See if the Bruin comes across the line here. Still listed as a lap down. Oh, is Miyazono literally the only one on the lead lap? I think he is. This whole stint, well, I should say, this whole stint I was really trying to take care of my tires and not squeal them, but now I've spent the last like 10 minutes just jabbering on and haven't been paying as much attention to the tire wear, but I still have like half my tires left to go and a quarter tank of fuel. I don't know if when you pause it and restart it, if your tires get reset, if your fuel gets reset. I think your fuel must get reset, because I've heard from people who said you can basically cheat the game and never have to refuel. It's Diablo. Around the outside. Toronto. 13 minutes left. So what I may try to do to make this more like a real-life endurance race and less like a cheat is to get it, do my next pit. Or when I do my next pit, I'll come out, run like, I don't know, 2 laps or so, and then we'll pause it and exit. We got a little loose there coming out of the second turn. I feel like I'm in the flow here now. Like, I don't really have to pay attention to what I'm doing. I just know what's coming up and what I need to do to get there now that I've been at it for almost 2 hours. Like, I've been able to do all this talking. I'm not really thinking about my driving. And I'm still getting passes, so... Clearly, I've gotten a level of comfort. Oh, but I should mention, Suzuka here is one of the tracks where we run in the Joker series. In fact, we did it not that long ago. The Joker lap was just back on that straightaway, or not straightaway, but that flat out section I just got done with. There's a little chicane that the drivers can go through, and that's what we use as the Joker lap. So one of the laps, the drivers have to signal and go traverse that little chicane. And the rules are it can't be the first lap of the race, it can't be the last lap of the race, and it can't be an out lap. So if they pit, it can't be on the out lap after they're done pitting. It has to be just a regular flyer hot lap. Ooh, gotta be careful there. Still did a 201. Look at that, 201, 201, 201, 201. And I had that 190, 159.1 when I was really pushing. I wanted one lap that was under 2 minutes. I mean, I have to actively push to get it, but I did. I actually probably could get a 158. I go look. My optimal, or no, my optimal is the 159.1. So that was in every sector my fastest lap. Which I guess makes sense. I've toned it down or you know, really dialed it back since I got the fastest lap. I haven't tried pushing in any of these sectors because I'm just trying to conserve tires and fuel and extend my lead. So here's the Joker lap, right there on the right. Just that little chicane. And I got the run with the Lamborghini here, and then it just pinched me to the side. It says Miyazono's 2 minutes and 8 seconds back, but that would be a lap down. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. Looks like I'll be coming to pit, and just a couple laps here. Yeah, I got 2 laps to go on this tank of fuel. It says 2.9, but I'm not going to stretch that out. I'll just do 2 more laps and then we'll come in. Which actually will be perfect. I'll do those 2 laps, I'll come out, do 2 more laps, and that'll be the 2-hour mark. Which is when I was planning on quitting anyway. Can't forget, I got super worn tires. He's trying to get the throttle down coming out of that hairpin. It's gonna be real sketchy. Same thing with coming out of Spoon here. Can't get on the throttle too soon or that back end's gonna come around. One more lap. We'll bring her in. Still did a 201 there. Almost went out a little too wide. careful there too. Spun up the rear tires a bit. Car straight. On it too much. Yeah, I've done 18, 19, and 19 laps with mediums. Be able to do the same thing. Another 19. That's 39 minutes. Now it's showing me a Zono as a lap down. Should get back around me here. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe I do still have the whole field to lap down. No, Miyazono had to have gotten around. He'll get on to lap 57 here. Back ahead of, or on the same lap as me for like 20-30 seconds, I'm guessing. Oh, almost lost it. That would have been what Better Dan did when we were running the Joker series here. He did exactly that. Went a little wide in the spoon and then spun it. He was able to save it barely. All right, let's see when Miyazono starts lap 57 here. Be real soon. There we go. Oh, Dan, you're still out there. Yeah, that was like a carbon copy of what you did. All right, so Miyazono is the only one also on the lead lap, but is only between 15 and 20 seconds ahead of me. Got to be careful with that. All right, so the end of this lap, we'll cross the start-finish line, and then we pause the game, and you just close it, don't you? You just simply shut the game down. You forcibly shut the game down, and that causes it to essentially give you a save point to return to when you come back. Just pinching me down. Now my car goes wide. Every time they do that, they come out of the hairpin there and they just hold the line. But if you try to go around them, then they go to the middle of the track. Like here, look, he's just floating out. There we go, he let me by. All right, there we go. 3 hours, 59 minutes, and 45 seconds left to go. So I basically hit exactly the 2-hour mark. So that's going to be it. We're going to call it for the stream for today. I was just... Oh, just put it to sleep. Well, when you put it to sleep, do you come back here or do you come back at the menu? How does that work? Because I'm sure my kids will want to play. Well, but my kids won't be around tomorrow. Okay. Well, I don't want to do that because I'll go in and run some just like whatever, like on my lunch break and stuff like that. I won't do this. So let's exit out of the game. Well, I'll do that off stream. So I'm going to shut the stream down. Thank you, everybody who stopped by. Those of you that are still sitting out there that haven't, please hit the like and subscribe button. I would appreciate that. 2 quick call outs to my sponsors. 4D Racewear, I've talked about them already. If you go to 4dracewear.com, check out what they've got. If you place an order, use Salamander10X at checkout to get 10% off your order. Otherwise, Dubby Energy Drinks. Dubby, they make really good stuff. If you go to dubby.gg, that's where you can order up their energy drinks. If you use code SalamanderMN at checkout, you will get 10% off. Stuff's delicious. But yeah, tomorrow the VIP League Gran Turismo World Championship will be on the Upshift Media Studios YouTube page. Go find that page, subscribe over there. I believe I am running the broadcast for that on Saturday. Either I'm running the broadcast, yeah, I am. I'm running the broadcast on Saturday, so I'll be broadcasting it on the Upshift Media Studios channel. So if you guys want to watch some good league racing with commentary, go to Upshift Media Studios on YouTube and subscribe over there. But that's going to do it. Thank you, everybody who stuck around and watched me put on the first of the 3 sections of this endurance race I'm going to do. I plan on doing the next 2-hour stint tomorrow night. And then I'm not sure exactly when I'll do the 3rd 2-hour stint. That may be next week, but we'll see. But until then, everybody take care. Peace out. Be nice to one another. We'll catch you next time. Later.
Yeah. Salamander here. You've been vibing with me this whole time, but every legend's gotta log off sometime. Screens glowing, chat scrolling, hearts racing in this tiny room. Tonight you rode the wave with me. Now we rock it to the moon. This is the Salamander sign off. Last spark, then I fade from your screen. Hit save on the moment, log out of the dream. Yeah, when the lights cut, we still burn hot. Remember this sound in your veins. Salamander sign off till we fire it up again. To a camera like you in my ear. Every win, every fail, yeah, we call that net. Turned a little lonely room to a combat map. We glitch, we lag, we laugh too loud. Made a tiny drop feel like a thundercloud. to a runaway train. This is a salamander sign off. Last spark, then I fade from your screen. Hit save on the moment, log out of the dream. Oh yeah, when the lights cut, we still burn hot. Remember this sound in your veins. Salamander sign off till we fire it up again. Legendary nights, we were locked in. Eyes red, but the chat kept us locked in. Boss fights, late flights in my mind's eye. You were dropping all caps every time I try. From the first low sub to the wild roar, you turned one small stream to a world tour. I ain't gone, I'm just ghost in the frame. If you hear this voice, you remember the name. Salamander, say it back to me. Hey. Salamander, echo in the feed. When the calls go quiet and the room goes dark, you still got the rhythm, you still got the spark. This is a salamander sign off. Last mark up, then I fade from your screen. Hit save on the moment, log out of the dream. When the lights cut, we still burn hot. Remember this sound in your veins. Salamander sign off till we fire it up again. Stream's ending, but the story's saved in you. Till the next time we collide, stay sharp, stay strong. Salamander out. Yo. Salamander here. You've been vibing with me this whole time, but every legend's gotta log off sometime. Screens glowing, chat scrolling, hearts racing in this tiny room. Tonight you rode the wave with me. Now we rock it to the moon. This is the salamander sign off. Last spark, then I fade from your screen. Hit save on the moment, log out of the dream. Yeah, when the lights cut, we still burn hot. Remember this sound in your veins. Salamander sign off till we fire it up again. Hard days, hard drives, I was right here talking to a camera like you in my ear. Every win, every fail, yeah, we call that net. Turned a little lonely room to a combat map. We glitch, we lag, we laugh too loud. Made a tiny drop feel like a thundercloud. You spam my name, I carve my lane. From one quiet click to a runaway train. This is a salamander sign off. Last spark, then I fade from your screen. Hit save on the moment, log out of the dream. Oh yeah, when the lights cut, we still burn hot. Remember this sound in your veins. Salamander sign off till we fire it up again. Legendary nights, we were locked in. Eyes red, but the chat kept us locked in. Boss fights, late flights in my mind's eye. You were dropping all caps every time I try. From the first low sub to the wild roar, you turned one small stream to a world tour. I ain't gone, I'm just ghost in the frame. If you hear this voice, you remember the name. Salamander, say it back to me. Hey. Salamander, echo in the feed. When the calls go quiet and the room goes dark, you still got the rhythm, you still got the spark. This is a salamander sign off. ending, but the story's saved in you. Till the next time we collide, stay sharp, stay strong. Salamander out. Yo. Salamander here. You've been vibing with me this whole time, but every legend's gotta log off sometime. Screens glowing, chat scrolling, hearts racing in this tiny room. Tonight you rode the wave with me. Now we rock it to the moon. This is the Salamander sign off. Last spark, then I fade from your screen. Hit save on the moment, log out of the dream. Yeah. When the lights cut, we still burn hot. Remember this sound in your veins. Salamander sign off till we fire it up again. To a camera like you in my ear. Every win, every fail, yeah, we call that net. Turned a little lonely room to a combat map. We glitch, we lag, we laugh too loud. Made a tiny drop feel like a thundercloud. You spam my name, I carve my lane. From one quiet click to a runaway train. This is a Salamander sign off. Last spark, then I fade from your screen. Hit save on the moment, log out of the dream. Oh yeah. When the lights cut, we still burn hot. Remember this sound in your veins. Salamander sign off till we fire it up again. Legendary nights, we were locked in. Eyes red, but the chat kept us locked in. Boss fights, late flights in my mind's eye. You were dropping all caps every time I try. From the first low sub to the wild roar. You turned one small stream to a world tour. I ain't gone, I'm just ghost in the frame. If you hear this voice, you remember the name. Salamander, say it back to me. Hey. Salamander, echo in the feed. When the calls go quiet and the room goes dark, you still got the rhythm, you still got the spark.